Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're looking at my portulacaria afra penjing planting. It's kind of a raft bridge style. You can see the tree. It was one of my trees that was growing in a kind of a cutting pot, and it kind of fell over and had a weird shape to it. So it was just kind of falling over anyway. So I went ahead and went with it, and you can see it's kind of leaning over here. This trunk goes down into the soil and then back up, and then it continues on over there. Then this part was originally a lower branch, but it became like the main trunk, and it's just kind of growing taller. So that's kind of the style. And I've got some rocks in here in the back, succulent planted here. It's almost getting too big. I might need to replant a different succulent in there. But then I've got a little Japanese lantern, some little guys there playing chess. So just kind of a peaceful landscape feel to it. But today, as you can tell, it's kind of overgrown again and needs to be cut back. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get started on top here. I'm just giving it a quick kind of a profile prune, just to get some of these distracting long shoots out of the way so I can see a little more of the structure and see what's going on with it. And once we get that done, we'll kind of look in a little closer and see what we need to do. So it's starting to get back in shape there. I think last time I worked on it, I was intending to grow some of these out a little bit, which I think is still the plan. Just get a little bit more volume over on that side. Let's see what this is. Where's this coming out of? The reason I'm looking at this because it would be kind of nice to have a pad over here and then just kind of let this top fill in. So I'm wondering if I really need this branch here. It's kind of forking off of one back here. I don't know. I'll let that sit for a minute and think about it. And if you've been watching my videos for any period of time, you've probably seen this one a time or two. It seems like I prune it about every month or two because the thing's just so darn happy where it's at. And it just continues to grow really good. Which is awesome. That's why I like growing these portulacarias. They keep you busy. If you like pruning, I'd definitely get one or 10 or 20, which if you start growing them, you'll know what I mean by that, because they're easy to propagate too. So anytime you get a cutting of decent size, you stick it in soil, and then a month later it's got roots on it, and then you're off and running with another tree, and it just keeps going. Yeah, I'm trying to, I keep going back and forth whether I want to try to get some pads over here, but then I thought I'm just going to go ahead and keep this all one big canopy over here. Just got to keep it thinned out though, so it doesn't, the leaves down below don't die off. Go ahead and cut this one back a little bit. Let this kind of droop down and be the kind of the branch that comes out. Fill that in. This piece over here is going to still look a little messy, just because I want to let that grow a little bit more. I'll cut a little bit back, but I just want to develop this whole pad here a lot bigger. I've got this little shoot here that's coming up, but I'm kind of growing it to where it almost looks like a little bush next to the main tree. So I'm going to keep that prune nice and short. Like I said, just so it looks like a bush. And I may have to, I've got a few other small succulents. I may repot this guy. Finish the top here and make sure I'm happy with it. A little bit shorter over here. Just cut some of these bottom downward facing leaves off. That's all I'm doing here. Yep. I'm going to let this fill in, so I'm going to leave these a little bit longer in through there. But I do think I'm going to try to repot this, put a different succulent in there. So let's see if I can get this one out. Kind of got it growing over and around this rock. So let's get that out of the way. And it may be kind of growing in around the roots of the tree too, but I think that's good. And I'll just repot that into a nice little succulent container. And let's see if we can get a hole big enough here for the new succulent. Let me go grab one. Okay, so I've got this little guy here I think we're going to use. So we'll go ahead and get it out of the pot. And I think we will still use the old rock method to prop it up and look like it's been in the landscape for a while. So we'll get that in there, and then we'll bury this rock in here. Something like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And get a little bit more soil to put in there. Just pour some on there. I'll water that in and it'll settle. I think that works. Yeah, I think that puts it a little more in scale. Makes the you can see this bush back here. These guys stand out a little bit better, and just kind of, like I said, just makes it a little more in scale. It's not so big there. So I'll get that other succulent potted up and we'll be in good shape. Nestle these guys in there a little bit more. Yeah, I think that'll do it. So I want to give you a quick spin around. There's the front. There's the left side. There's the back. Right side. And back to the front. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.